Hey everyone, welcome back to Spector Creative. It is a pleasure to have you with us today. I hope everything in your toy collecting and pop culture loving life is going great. I want to make a video today because of the drop we had on Marvel Legends, because it's a lot more than it seems. It's a really, well, it's a perfect example of a marketing program executed and anniversaried. Anniversaried, yeah, that's a word. It basically means to do the same program and then do it in a different color the next year. And I'm going to explain that. But first, we have a sponsor. So yeah, if you drink Stanleys and have 1,000 of them around the house, check this out. All right, so if you're anything like I know I am, you have a ton of Stanleys and cups all over your counter, right? I have a teenage daughter. Teenage daughters come with Stanley cups. It's, like an action figure with accessories, right? Well, we like to organize our accessories, and Tregan likes to organize our Stanley bottles. And boy, has this come in handy. I know that everyone on this channel is huge on keeping our things contained, right? So I don't endorse a lot of product, but you sent a sample, and honestly, very impressed. Not only was it super easy to assemble, one Allen wrench, which it comes with, little sticky bobs for all the corners so it doesn't scratch your countertop, and you are now all set to go from chaos to this. Ooh, see? Wife is very happy. There's actually two ways to assemble it. You can assemble it so they're kind of floating in the air there, like the Force or magic, right? Magic. Or you can assemble it so they're actually touching against the wooden bottom, which is actually how my wife prefers it. We tried it both ways, and this is the way she likes it, but hey, it's cool that there's two different options. Both of them super easy to assemble, and yeah, all of us. We have hundreds and hundreds of action figure accessories and parts and baggies everywhere. Isn't it nice that we don't have to have a countertop in our kitchen that's just as messy as our toy room? Well, at least my wife is really happy, and anytime I can organize and keep our house or cleaner, well, that's big points with the better half. Link in the description. Thanks for sponsoring today, Tregan. Love the product. Yes, I and my wife are now so much happier with an organized counter. It's always you think that, the guy's not going to care, but yeah, it's really nice. I like them. They spin. Okay, back to the Marvel drop and why this is particularly interesting. We had a big Marvel Legends reveal yesterday, the day before. Depends on how quickly I can get this video up. And I obviously, all of the toy channels are making videos talking about the reveal. And I thought this would actually be a really good opportunity to talk about this, well, the wave they revealed, if you will, from a marketing standpoint, because it's clear that they're anniversarying, I think I said that too many times, a program. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. So welcome. Yesterday, the day before, this week, there was a big reveal of Marvel Legends, not just the Fantastic Four movie line, which, we all knew would be shown, sooner than later. There's a movie coming out in 60 days or less. But the long-rumored, now confirmed Capcom versus Marvel assortments is. We've got single, big figures. We've got 2-packs. First off, I love this for a few interesting reasons. One, there's no one from my epic list of sort of pre-figures that I've decided that I'm owning. So none of those figures are on it. I already own my Venom, and I own my Captain America and Wolverine, et cetera, et cetera. So there's the selfish reason that I love it, because I won't be spending any money. But then there's the second part, that what Hasbro's doing is exactly what they should be doing. They're, as they say in the toy industry, firing on all cylinders. I always heard, everyone always use that expression. So essentially what this is, if you look at it from just a black and white P&L standpoint, it is it's the same program they did last year, basically multi-packs themed to main characters with a unifying theme, divided up as customized and mainline items. And you're like, wait, what? That was a bunch of marketing garbage? But that's how these things get discussed. So let's break it down. Remember last year, or a previous year, I hope I'm not butchering years, there was the Avengers program, right? The Avengers 60th And we got all of those different Avengers figures. We got Thor versus the Destroyer. We got Iron Man Mark One. We got a super articulated Scarlet Widow. Basically, every Avenger somehow got a pack. There's a Hulk and Banner pack. Hawkeye got a motorbike. All of those are every single one of those characters are well known. They've had movies that pop culture knows who they are. They're A-list or B-list characters. Redecoed or re-released, new heads, new parts, but at retail. So it's the reason it's firing on all cylinders is collectors will love it because if you want specifically that version, if you wanted that Doctor Doom from Secret Wars, boom, you are set. If you're a kid and you just want Doctor Doom, boom, you're set. See how that works? And that's exactly what they're doing with the Capcom versus series. Really just the Marvel figures from that. And I should, by the way, state that I actually never played this game, despite being an arcade kid. I played Ninja Turtles, I played the X-Men arcade game, but I have no memories of playing this one. Somehow I missed it. But that's besides the point. If you did play it, and this version of these characters appeals to you, great. If you're a kid, you're just excited because, Venom and Juggernaut and Thanos and Wolverine... not Iron Man, War Machine, all the main characters are out. I mean, Psylocke is probably about as deep cut as you're going to get there. And, she's paired with Thanos. That's, the biggest A-list villain in Marvel pop culture of all time. So, I mean, yeah, Silver Samurai, Wolverine versus a samurai for a kid. That's no-brainer. So, yeah, they're all, I mean, I'll go Psylocke and Silver Samurai, but they don't need to work on that level because, a samurai guy versus Wolverine doesn't need an explanation to a child. Just like the giant squid monster guy. Oh, God, I'm going to butcher his name. Gigantus. The squid thing with the eye. That is just, how are they releasing such an obscure character at retail? Well, one, he had movie time in Doctor Strange 2. But two, it's a freaking giant squid monster with a giant eye and an eyeball bomb. Like, what kid doesn't want that? That is an awesome toy in any universe. Like, that works for He-Man. It works for G.I. Joe. You could battle the Micronauts with that thing. I mean, that is just, it's like just putting out a giant monkey or a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. Giant squid monsters, they sell. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's a great item for mass. Because, it's a obscure character, minus Doctor Strange appearance, but it's toyetic, if you will. Look at how much fun it is. That fun factor gives it that added kick. So yeah, it's really interesting to see. This wave is. I've seen a lot of people excited for a Psylocke without pins. For me, I prefer actually not just the pin one, but she's more in her X-Men uniform versus her video game. There are slight differences, like with the belt and the sash, which I prefer, and yada yada. But but people have been asking for it, and it's great. And you could probably put the sash from the previous one on this body and call it a day and be happy if you want your pinless upgrade. So I mean, and honestly, for a C-list character, she's pretty popular C-list character. And I'm talking overall. I know there's people that are like, Psylocke's my favorite. How could you say that? It's been a pleasure to have you here today. As always, if you want to support this channel, repost this video. It's the best way to get the word out that this is a cool place to talk toys. I look forward to that in the discussion below. Are you picking up any of these figures? Are they ones you've wanted for a long time? Or are you just like, whoa, Blue Venom, I have to have that. He does look cool, I will admit it. But I have my Venom, and I'm happy with it. And it looks like Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson drew it, made it, toy it, whatever. Point is, I'll see you guys in the next one.